In today's video, we'll find out what allelopathic plants do and how my Mexican sunflowers showed me their dark side. You'll learn what to plant and what not to plant with your Mexican sunflowers. So meet Tithonia Rotundifolia, the Mexican sunflower. It originated in Mexico and Central America, and it's a favorite for migrating monarch butterflies, swallowtails, bees, and hummingbirds. I had a praying mantis named Monty who lived in last year's Mexican sunflowers. And these are babies. They'll grow to about 6 feet tall. They can get up to 8 feet, depends on your soil and how much sun they get. And I didn't plant these. They volunteered from last year's flowers. Woo! It's only mid-June here in Atlanta, so they are just now, you can see this bud is forming. And we'll be seeing the first flowers shortly. So let's talk about last year's Mexican sunflowers. Oh my gosh, I grew them from seed, which is super easy. They're highly motivated plants, and they all popped up and they grew pretty rapidly. And they're gorgeous plants, as you can see, like a beautiful dark green leaf, an exquisite shape, just gorgeous. The flowers, brilliant orange. And I'm just in love with this plant, right? I interplant everything, consciously. I plant known companions in my beds. So last year I had cucumbers and peppers growing in here, and also marigolds and some thyme and some basil. And the basil was doing great. It was thriving, it was bushy, it was beautiful. And the cucumbers were climbing up the trellis. All was well. And then the Mexican sunflowers came up and really started growing. And when they were about this tall, the basil started looking sickly. The basil was right under this area. And the cucumbers on the other side started looking bad. I couldn't find any bugs. Nothing else in the plot was dying. I could not figure this out. So I do what I do. Extensive Google research. And I discovered that Tithonia Rotundifolia over here is allelopathic. Allelopathy is when a plant gives off a chemical or a combination of chemicals that suppress another plant's germination or growth. Sometimes it's chemicals that exude from the roots and affect other plants through the soil. Most of the time it's in the leaves, but the chemicals can be found in any part of the plant. The thing to remember is that when your allelopathic plants die, their leaves will drop and decompose and release their allelochemicals into the soil. So that can have an effect on your soil when you try to grow something else the following year. So last year I removed all of the Mexican sunflowers when they were done, so yay. And then I cut them up and put in my compost. I didn't know this stuff last year, so let it be known that this is gardening. You learn from doing and experiencing and applying new knowledge. Lather, rinse, repeat. So I hope you learned something from this video. That allelopathic plants will stunt or prevent the growth of some neighboring plants. In this case, don't plant cucumber or basil with your Mexican sunflowers. Remove allelopathic plants when they're done, and maybe don't put them in the compost. I don't know, the jury's out on that one. I've already used that compost and haven't seen any ill effects, but I don't want to give any bad advice. So Mexican sunflowers and peppers are all right. Okay, they're friends in the garden, and you can plant Malabar spinach with Mexican sunflowers. So Malabar spinach loves hot weather. and it will vine right up the sunflower stalks. So it's gorgeous, it's delicious, and it's nutritious. But the seeds I ordered haven't arrived yet, or you'd see that in action right now. So thanks for watching, and subscribe to this channel so it's easier to find my videos. I'll do a follow-up video once the Malabar is growing up the stalks. You'll want to see that. So I'm Maria with Friends in the Garden. Plant food, grow peace.
A friend can be an herb or a bug or a flower. They can all get along. The most important thing about friends in the garden is that when they're together, they make each other stronger, 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 stronger.